Hello everyone, welcome to Track Metrics, the place where we talk about Zoho for learners and for business owners. So this is our podcast series named Traction Talks. So over the past few weeks, we have uh, a meeting with the different people who have their hands into Zoho. Like initial, we have taken Deepa Govind as a chief guest with a different perspective, and we had other two guests also in our podcast, which they bring a different perspective for the podcast. So mainly, we are conducting this podcast to give an experience or give an awareness about Zoho, Zoho tools, Zoho Creator for YCP students. YCP is a program conducted by Zoho to educate college students. Mainly, we focusing on Tier 2 and Tier 3 of Tamil Nadu. So we based in India and we are covering Tamil Nadu so far. We can go for other states as well. So in continuation of that, today we have a special guest with us. So I'd like to welcome everyone to another exciting episode of Traction Talks. Today we have a very special chief guest, Bhumi Joshi, who is not only a leading Zoho developer but also one of the Zoho's MVP, most valuable professionals. Bhumi has been standout contribution to Zoho developer community. She's known for her contribution in different applications of Zoho with her contribution in the coding or consulting or anything. She have a good knowledge in pro coding, but still she's also working as a low coder. So this video is going to focus how a pro coder can also do uh, low code tools and what challenges she will face even though she has a pro coding knowledge. Over to you, Bhumi. Uh, I would like to know about yourself, like your early days, education, and journey so far.
Sure. So yeah, my name is Bhumi, and I completed my bachelor's in Bachelor of Engineering Information Technology. So I started my journey. I will say that I have started it with PHP and WordPress development in 2018. But when I started, I was really not aware what is Zoho actually. But going forward in 2020, I have joined my current company, Tovex, and that's how I come to know about Zoho. And before that, I was only working on web development totally and WordPress, then Laravel. So I was I like if someone tell me what is Zoho, I was really not understanding what actually is. I was only know about Zoho is a CRM company, but other applications I was not aware of that time.
Yeah, great to hear your experience. I think many of our audience will be in that level, so that's why we are taking our initiative to give some experience or give some awareness. What is Zoho and what could it happen or how it could transition someone's life. Yeah, many of us will have that idea. As we are conducting YCPs, students are asking like same questions. Zoho is a software company. How we can go into Zoho to work as a Zoho's employee? But there is a huge market for Zoho developers who is working outside Zoho, like us. So this a series of podcasts is to give an awareness about that. Yeah, thanks for a brief introduction. Yeah, I would like to start my question as your pro coder came into Zoho low code, and so my question is, as you are a pro code developer, what motivated you to explore Zoho platform, and how and when did you make this transition? Because I have seen many people, they will have this kind of thought like, I'm a pro coder, I have that curiosity, I have that motivation to do solve something in pro code. They usually mention low code is something very easy work or something. I would like to shed some light. So, how you came into low code and what's the challenges you're facing in low code? Is it low code and pro code equivalent or somewhat different?
Okay, so first I'll tell you that how I started working on low-code Zoho. So when I used to develop a website in WordPress and Laravel in my company, we used to get requirements like a client wants to connect their website data with Zoho. So first I started with learning with Deluge and APIs. Zoho is having APIs for almost every platform, as you know. So I
Yes.
started with there, and then my team member Ram, he motivated me to learn Deluge. That you should start learning Deluge, as you are already a programmer and knows more than one programming language. It will be very easier for you to switch to Deluge. That's how I have come to learn Zoho. First, I started with CRM. Then, after learning Deluge, I got more interest that yeah, this is really interesting to learn Zoho's Deluge language and some of the functional things. Then I started with Zoho Creator, low-code platform. And yes, as you said, that many pro-code developer feels that yeah, low-code is very much easier to do. But I will say no, that's a wrong belief. Yeah, for pro-code developer, it will be easy to switch to low-code because they are already from programming background. So for them, it will be easy to learn. But it's not true that it is not very much easier than pro-code. What
Agree.
difference I see between pro code and low code is yes, low code needs less effort in development than pro code. But sometimes, like client will ask you to develop something that will be very difficult to integrate with low code. So that's where the main part will come. That how you will achieve this to satisfy the client requirement. So
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
so in any way, I will not believe that no, that pro code is low code is easier than pro code. Everywhere change is
Agree. Agree. Right. I think especially after the launch of what to say, ChatGPT, the coding has become almost easy. And in low code, what we need to apply is the coding is simple, but the logic that we need to apply and the limitations or other things we need to consider is a big takes a bigger portion. If it is a pro coder, they don't want to know the complete psychology of the application. But as a low coder, we need to understand the entire application. Only then we can develop the architecture. And then, yeah,
true.
that was a great answer. I think I have a proof that I can spread across. Like pro code is not low code is not simpler or than pro code. Yeah, that was a great answer,
Nowadays,
Josh.
I can say now pro code is becoming more easier due to this ChatGPT and Gemini. You will be
Exactly.
able to find the code in ChatGPT and Gemini for pro code, but if you go and search for Deluge, I personally say there is no options available. Nowadays,
Yes.
I can say now.
Yeah, exactly. True. Yeah, with that, I'm just building up the next question. What are some of the real world use cases that you build from Zoho Creator for businesses?
So for this one, I'll give you one real-time example.
Mm,
We have developed one application for one of our clients. They were having one small supermarket that we see beside our house in small streets. And
mhm,
so the example is now, let's say if there is a big supermarket, they will mostly go with a big application where they will be having big database, big servers. But if you consider the small business, they can most of the time they cannot afford that much pricing for development. If you choose pro code development, it will be a very lengthy process. It needs big servers. But for them, what is the requirement is they might be having 2 3 users who wants to use one small application where they can feed their store data and can generate the bills and print them. So for them, I personally suggest that Zoho Creator is a really good application to use. They'll be happy to use it. It will be very user friendly instead of developing pro code where you will add lots of designing and animations and images. They'll be confusing for them because they are not that much technical to use the system. And apart from that, if you use Creator, it is really very user friendly and easier to use for non-technical person as well.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I think if we take like 15 20 years back, then if someone wants to build an application for their business, then there should be a real big infrastructure. But after this introduction of the low code tools and other things, SaaS application, it has like it is a common for every human. Anyone with a small kirana store can build their own application and have their data store, because they just want a small portion of the entire application. Maybe the enterprise level application needs a core coding, But still, there is an interesting example I could say. There is
Hmm.
a company that I worked. There are around 1,500 agents. It is a service-based industry. So handling that, they couldn't handle the changes they needed in a pro code. Even though they have a standard application built on a pro code, they wanted to switch some of the portion to low code. Yeah, it is not a complete here and like complete low code or pro code. There are chances we can take just a portion of the application to introduce into low code. If that works, we can build the other things. Yeah, that was a great answer from you, Bhumi. And I would like to uh, go to the next question. So if we take a small business owners or small industries who are very new to an application, so what are the common mistakes they make while getting into Zoho Creator or Zoho development for building their application?
Developers, right? Like who are starting their career.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So see, I personally have seen many freshers who wants to start their career into Zoho. But what they believe is maybe who are telling them, or like I have no idea. But most of the time they are coming with the belief that Zoho is very easy to learn, and
Mm-hmm.
they want to jump into live applications. They want to work on deluge. They want to work on creator live applications. But I would say no, that's not the thing. First, you when you are starting with any platform, you should learn the basics of the platform. Let's take an example of creator, that you want to start your career in Zoho Creator. Then first you should know what is Zoho Creator, what it can do, and how you can start building application into it, from where to build forms, from where to build reports. If you don't know all these things, how can you directly jump into live applications? So my first suggestion for the start, like who wants to start their career in Zoho, is first learn the documentation. Learn from videos that Zoho is providing. Then Zoho is also arranging some webinars. So first learn the basics and then start developing something.
Yeah, absolutely right. I think out of curiosity, they wanted to go little higher, like straight into the live application. So that will, so I think as we have into this field, that is not right. Even though if it is a pro code or a low code, they should know the basics only. Then they can go into the application. Yeah, that's totally agreeable. So next thing, so I could say I think I'm very much glad to have a master, like a developer who is contributing to Zoho. I would like to know how one can master Zoho Creator, especially for students or for professionals who wants to switch to Zoho.
Yeah. First thing is keep learning. That's the first thing one should do. Even I myself is I'm not saying that I'm expert at something. I'm always learning new things every day, from Zoho Community answers, from webinars, from Click Group, everywhere. So if you want to start your career into something, you should keep your mind open every day, because nowadays every software is upgrading every day, as we know. So that's the main thing. You should keep learning. You should never leave learning new things.
Stop
Then
learning.
you can master at something.
Yeah, great. I think I think everyone wants a kind uh, of answer with a full stop, but I think your answer is almost a full stop, but with three dots, three
Yes.
times. It's like a journey, not an endpoint. So
Yes.
anyone wants to master Zoho Creator, they want to keep on learning. They cannot stop anywhere and say I have become a master. They
Yes.
can be a master, but if they want to be a master, they want to keep on learning. That
Yes.
was a great insight to have. Yeah. Okay. So I think you have a quite good experience into low code. Uh, I think you have mentioned few times in the previous answer also. I would like to know, do you still finding challenges in Zoho development, especially Zoho Creator, after this many years? If yes, then what are the kind of challenges that you faces? So this question is mainly for a developer who has been into with Zoho for 1 or 2 years. Um, they could face similar issues. How can they overcome that? So I'm just rephrasing that question. After this many years, do you still feel uh, low code Zoho Creator is challenging? If yes, then what are the challenges that you are facing?
Yes, definitely. I have faced many challenges while developing applications into Creator. So let's say client will come with, as we know, they'll come with different requirements. So sometimes it won't be possible to develop everything within the Zoho Creator. So in that case, even we will check all the available ways to get it done into the Zoho Creator. But let's say if not, we cannot do within the Zoho, then that is the biggest challenge. So in that case, what we do is we'll suggest client to either use custom development, not fully custom development, but some part of code we'll put into custom development and on the server, somewhere on the client server, and then through API we'll communicate the data. So that's the biggest challenge, that everything sometimes not in just low code, even in pro code, not sometimes it's possible that you cannot do everything within one platform. So definitely in that case, APIs are useful thing, that you can develop some part of functionalities into other technology and bring the data into create.
Great. I think I would like to highlight a few points from your answer. So it was a great insight, just highlighting every system and everything will have some limitations. So Zoho platform will also have limitations. We need to find an alternative way only, not rather than we shouldn't blame the software like it is totally junk, it is not working. There are certain things which a low code can do, there are certain things which a pro code can do. If it is fully possible in Zoho Creator or any low code tools, Zoho platform, we can do there. If not, then we can shift to the other applications. If it is pro code, then we can do it in pro code, a portion of the application. Yeah. I think with that, I just want to uh, go from this answer. So you are mentioning a portion of uh, application can be developed into pro code. uh, so many of the people don't know that Zoho is not only a low code. There is a pro code tool also called Zoho Catalyst. I believe you are one of the like early adapters, or you're one of your favorite tool is also Zoho Catalyst. I would like to shed some light on Catalyst. What is Catalyst and what kind of applications we can create? Yeah, just your experiences.
Yeah, so as I said, Zoho Catalyst is something where you can develop most of the customized things. And as I said in my previous answer, that sometimes in Zoho Creator or CRM, a few of the functionalities are not possible. So in that case, you can make use of Catalyst. So let's say I'll give you an example from my past projects, that one of our client asked us to develop PPT from the CRM modules. So what they said is, we want one button in CRM, and when we click that button, it should generate a PPT and should attach to CRM module. In that case, we have researched almost everything, that whether we should go with ProCode, any custom programming language, and then we came to the decision that no, Zoho Catalyst is something which is providing everything. So there is a serverless function feature available in Catalyst that can be written in any programming languages like Node.js, if you are familiar. So that is something where we can do anything customized. You can use third-party libraries and build a function, and then you can make call that function to your either Pro code or Creator or CRM anywhere, and it will work like an API. And other thing within Zoho Catalyst is its database. You can even build your own database into Catalyst. So the pro-code developers who are familiar with Microsoft Azure serverless functions, it will be very much easier for them to learn Zoho Catalyst, because I have worked on both applications. So for me, almost both are similar, and I prefer Zoho Catalyst as more easier to use than Azure. So
Yeah.
that way, and another Zoho Catalyst, one new feature they have launched. I recently joined one webinar, that is a smart browser. that can create customized PDFs for you, whether it is invoice, payslip, or any other PDF. So that is another feature of Catalyst.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I could see like there is a huge potential in Catalyst. I think I would like to express my interest also in Catalyst because I'm following Catalyst for almost 3 years now since the launch. I think they have launched in Zoholix 2022. Since then, I was like opting for that Catalyst, and proudly we are also offering solutions in Zoho Catalyst. We are about to deliver the first solution because
Oh,
majorly we will work on Zoho Creator, CRM, Analytics, and other Zoho tools. Catalyst is like a baby for us. We are just learning. We are
yeah.
baby for Catalyst. We are just learning and releasing the application.
Oh,
As you said, it is not like if we compare Catalyst with other tools, it has like additional features because with the Zoho it has a helping tendency for developers. They have built a low code and they are making the pro code also like so elegant and so adaptive. They are introducing a component kind of feature. We can pass the JSON and get as an output in a PDF. That was excellent. And yeah, it was very great tool that we are keep on exploring. There can be some videos upcoming sessions. We will see that.
yeah. And
Okay.
one more thing I want to add is if maybe if any other developers might don't know that Zoho Catalyst is also offering free tier services until some number of requests. So for those developers who wants to explore and learn, they can start create a free account, and it's a really good application to work with for any pro code developers as well.
Right. Yeah, they wanted to test out their application, and they are like almost they have standardized most of the features, but still the pricing is very minimal. I have calculated a costing for one of the application. It comes like less than 1,000 rupees for a monthly expense. That is more like that's nothing we could do. But the development cost could be higher, but the subscription could be lower. Yeah, there is equally pros and cons. Great. That's a great insight, Joshi. Mm. So moving on to the next question, what do you feel some of the common myths about Zoho Creator or a broader Zoho platform that you encounter? So common myths about Zoho Creator, like any misconception someone says, bit kind of.
So from most of the people, I have heard that Zoho Creator is like very limited. You cannot customize something. You cannot get customized design, and other people says that there is very less support available. But that's all wrong. If you haven't explored anything, then how come you say that no, this system cannot build this thing? As we know that in Zoho Creator as well, we can customize the design. We can use HTML, CSS. We can customize whatever we want. So that is one myth that many people is having, that we cannot customize output. So that's wrong. Another thing is about support. So every company, like they cannot build a platform for you. They can suggest you something. At the end, you only need to find the solution. And for support, lot of platforms are available now. Zoho Community is there, Click Developer Group is there. So it is up to you where you are going to find the support.
Great. Yeah, I could see, I could feel that, what to say, a pressure on that answer. I believe you would have received so many requests or so many things. Yeah, I think as you mentioned, so tool, they cannot build a tool for million businesses. They can do a tool. From that point, they have to customize for their business process because every business is unique and they are building a multiple tools. Like said, any platform cannot give like 100% for and all the customers. There are multiple platforms Zoho is helping, like Zoho Community, click groups, webinars, certificate programs. There are n number of uh, tools or n number of resources available to enhance. I think there is a partners. If client is not readily taking, like don't uh, have a knowledge or need some assistance, there are partners available in the Zoho partner portal. They can just choose any partner and work with them. That will reduce their time of research and development, so they will help in that. Great.
If someone will go to the right person, they'll get the solution.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so I'd like to know little more about your interest in Zoho platform. Besides Zoho Creator and Zoho Catalyst, what are the other Zoho tools? Your favorite Zoho tools in the Zoho platform?
Yeah, this list I can say my one of my favorite is Zoho Analytics and another is Zoho Sigma. So analytics I like because I like to work on custom queries. You can write, as we know, we can write not for just development of any graph or dashboards, but when client comes with any complex requirements, it needs complex queries. So always I love to work on challenging parts. So analytics is another favorite app of Zoho where I
Yeah.
can write custom queries, SQL queries, join queries, and again Sigma you can build your own solutions for the clients using any like there also we can use any programming language in background. Node.js is there, PHP is there. You can get your customized solution.
Yeah, great to have. I think we have some many similar things. I think apart from this too, analytics is my the favorite application. If you see the name of our firm, it's Track Metrics. So
Mm.
any organization wants to track their metrics. That's why we kept the name itself as Track Metrics. Few examples, I could get a chance. I have got chance to work in Amazon Prime Video Analytics. So
Oh,
Amazon Prime Video Analytics, they were doing a experimental development in Zoho Creator and doing an analytics in Zoho Analytics. That was an awesome project. The requirement was like so much complex. It was very challenging. I could say like 3 4 months I was into that query building, that multi-line multi complex queries. That was awesome experience. While developing, it was like a nightmare. I feeling like when we can go out of this nightmare. But post development, if we see something on the data point what we have compiled, it's giving a real insights out of which they can take a real decisions. So that's the like what to relief, or that's the motivation for the developers who are doing anything. If they're doing something, if it is reflecting and adding value to the clients, it's like an award for them.
in my
So
experience with analytics, the biggest query I wrote is of 900 lines. Last year,
wow.
I worked with clients and they want to connect data from 5 to 7 tables, and it was very huge table with more than lakhs, millions of data. So it was the biggest challenge that I wrote, and it successfully worked.
Sure. I think our video list will keep on increasing. We could take a separate video on analytics also. I think for analytics, I too have a like huge list of experiences I would like to share. Great to hear that. Um, yeah, the next thing I just want to shed some light. Want you to shed some light on what Zoho Community actually is, because there is a while I was working with multiple clients or with multiple students while I was going for a training program. Zoho's product name is, they have a huge fleet of applications, like 65 70 applications. Naming the application itself is a big big difficulty for them. If they want to name any product, some of the products will get a misconception, like Zoho People. From outsider it will like Zoho People, who the people inside Zoho will be Zoho People, but actually it is a product. A Zoho subscription, usually the SaaS models will have the subscription. If it is Zoho subscription, then they understood like this is a Zoho, something we need to pay for Zoho, it's like subscription, but it is a separate different product. um, I would like to know where we can get the real answers, like few things as we are mentioning, Zoho Community and other forums. I just want you to highlight few things about Zoho Community, how it is useful, and to whom it is useful.
So Zoho Community is the platform which is useful for everyone, whether a developer, partner, client, customer, or who wants to learn. Student. For student, I would say those who are starting, they who want to start their career within Zoho, they should first start from Zoho Community. There you can find answers and some of the posts from Zoho. you can learn about the new features they are going to implement. So Zoho Community is a bigger platform to know about all the Zoho product, I would say. You will even see the real-time examples from clients who are facing the issue. They'll share in the community that these are the things that we are facing. So for those who wants to explore something, for them it will be really helpful. So going forward in future, it would be helpful for them if they continuously learn from Zoho community. And other is there is a Zoho Click developer group. So that is also one good thing to be a part of.
To get the immediate request. Hmm. Yeah, I would like to add few things. So Zoho community, so Zoho has a developer team and then a support team. So we can either call them or email them for some of the queries to get resolved or some issues. Apart from that, there are so many other platforms like Zoho Click Group, where you can get answers from developers across the globe who are into that Click group as a part of that Click group. Apart from that, Zoho Community is a huge resource that you can get, and you can post your ideas, you can post your questions, problems, issues. You will get almost immediate results. I could see, like, I think Bhumi Joshi is almost very active, ultimately active in Zoho Community. I could see almost any in the any SaaS application might have their tag time. If they send a mail, the reply would be for after 1 day or 24 hours. But
Yeah,
there are some examples I could see in Zoho Community. If we are asking a question or asking a problem, it will be getting solved within 10 to 20 minutes. So that small time we have. But there are few examples. Questions are being held for more than years, but
yeah.
we could get most of the questions solved within few hours of our inception.
There is a
Great.
possibility that sometimes even if, let's say, if someone posts a question which is not possible within Zoho, someone might post a solution that will be possible outside Zoho. And as I said, we can connect it with Zoho through API. So there is a chance that within the community, you will always get your solution.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Whoever into Zoho community is not only the Zoho developers or Zoho team, but the people with the outside world who is also a ProCode developer who might have experience like 15, 20 years. They will give a better solution. It's just right point to reach. Where you reach, then you will get the right answers. Yeah, completely agreed with that answer. I think we have asked so many questions, and thank you so much for the multiple answers. I would like to like kind of ending this podcast with a like last question. What would be your advice? Because this is especially for my YCP students. Wherever we go for YCP trainings, so there are many people who asks. So this is just a 3 day program. How we could build our knowledge. So even though there is many platforms, Zoho community videos. So what would be your advice? What advice you would you give to students who are looking to start their career in Zoho Creator today?
So the best part is to start with the documentation and creator videos. Those are available on YouTube Zoho Creator channel. Those are really very useful videos that starts with the basics from Zoho Creator. And another option is Zoho School Learning. I don't remember the name exactly, but Zoho is also giving training to students. So that is another way to start your journey with Zoho.
Great, great. Yeah, so I think there are so many documentation available. Like the documentations are starting from the very basic, like alphabet A till that pro code, like a complete development of the application. Yeah, true, true. I think anyone wants to start, they can start with the documentation and then the webinar YouTube videos. So that will help. So we are almost getting the similar answers, but that's true. If someone wants to start, they would just want to start learning. I think we came to that. So I think Joshi, we are with this question. We are on the last. We are almost done with the podcast. I would like to thank you so much for your time, being as a patient, like being as a guest, answering our questions and taking your time out of your busy schedule. I believe there are so many things happening after this, and thanks for the time that you have provided within a short span. Yeah, I think with this, I believe our audience is going to have a impactful, knowledgeable uh, content for their questions, answers for their questions. Thank you so much, Joshi. If you have anything, you can just add up, and we will finish there.
Thank you to you, to Vignesh, for this opportunity. It is really helpful to me as well. I am also learning many new things from this one.
Great, great, great. Yeah. So our motto is just to give a different perspective. We started this podcast with Deepa Govin, who has experience about 18 years. Then we started with a career break women perspective. We have given that perspective. Then next we had a perspective of a fresh out of college women, and fourth is you. So we have a combination of pro code and a low code developer who is continuously learning and continuously contributing to the Zoho community. And so we here wanted to congratulate you on the consecutive Zoho most valuable professional award, and
Mm.
we will definitely have a separate session discussing about that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and same to you too for being so from India.
Yeah, thank you. I think you're one of my motivation.
Thank you so much.
Sure, Joshi. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.